is the big word. Sometimes I sit here and I think about like what jokes I'm gonna do when the night gets off, and then like I do them and they fucking go to shit. So that was one of them. You guys are too kind. All right, Eddie, where are you? Eddie Alfano, are you there? Okay. Anyway, listen, guys.
I'm here.
Okay, that's Eddie right there. So Eddie right here, this meathead right here. If anybody wrote a story or has a great story, feel free to talk to Eddie afterwards.
Yeah, afterwards, because we're looking for submissions and stuff. You told them to follow our Instagram.
Yeah, follow our Instagram, 66.
66 Theater.
Yeah.
And yeah, thank you all for coming.
Oh, really?
Yeah. All right. We'll keep it moving. All right, here we go. B. Mark Seabrooks. Yeah, you can clap. Yeah, he's a professional. He's a professional television comedy writer, producer, and educator. He has taught and performed stand-up and storytelling internationally and works as a writer in Los Angeles. Let's give it up for B. Mark.
How's everyone doing? It's good to see you all. It's good to be here. We're kind of like the Golden Girls, but we're old black dudes. Sophia died from the sugars, which is really upsetting because he was the youngest and most fit of the bunch. So that just leaves, of course, Blanche, Rose, and me, Dorothy. That's a lie. I'm a Blanche. I'm a Blanche all day. Our Rose is also sweet and big-hearted, and he loves to tell stories, but Rose has health issues, and one day, Rose will die. And all of our friends have accepted this, and we also know that it might be 3 or 4 weeks before anyone is aware of Rose's passing, because that motherfucker will still be talking. You got a friend who just can't shut the fuck up? Rose loves to talk, y'all. Dorothy, aka Dot, isn't as acerbic and dictatorial as B. Arthur, but he has a quiet leadership quality and a maturity. The four of us have known one another since '84 when we met in college. If Dot or Rose ever need anything, they simply have to ask. Hell, half the time, nobody even has to ask. That's why I have a set of keys in my pocket for an office in Studio City that Dot threw at me and said, "Hell, man, keys to my office for whenever you need." Well, one beautiful Saturday morning, I found myself in need. I was coming from a 2.5-hour job interview that was so life-affirming. I literally cried tears of gratitude afterwards. I was feeling so blessed, and I was starved. So I decided it was time for me to celebrate, and I headed to one of LA's finest eateries to splurge like a real Hollywood player. That's right, y'all. I laid the credit card down at Trader Joe's. I really do love Trader Joe's. Trader Joe's is the Matthew McConaughey of supermarkets. Think about it. TJ has a ton of money, but it doesn't flaunt it. Everybody feels welcome. And TJ has $3 Chuck, which is Mad Dog 2020 for Karens. You know? But all Karens aren't bad. Nor is Trey de l'argent. When you walk out of Trader Joe's with a bag of goodies, you can't help but feel like you're on your way to the Hollywood Bowl to see a Steely Dan concert. wasn't on my way to a concert, only my best friend's empty and quiet writer's office to write. I entered the office with a bag filled with roasted garlic hummus, pita chips, curry chicken salad, tuna salad, celery sticks, trail mix, like 3 different kinds of cookies, those little sesame crunchies, some corn chips, popcorn, caramel, and cheese. I had fruit chews, sparkling water, and grape drink. Did I mention the job interview was with a cannabis company? A 2.5-hour job interview with the cannabis company. Not just any cannabis company. It was a Black-owned, built, and operated artisanal cannabis company, Black Star Farms. It was truly, truly inspiring. I walked through these indoor fields with rows and rows of gently swaying plants next to this young brother who just loves to grow. We talked about our families. We talked about the history of sharecropping and the struggle of our families to break free from the economic slavery of it. We talked about what it meant to be an ADOS, an American descendant of enslaved Africans. And that we were literally the living manifestation of many of their prayers and dreams, at least existing in an active, aggressive, and intentional racist dystopia. That's what we're trying to be. We talked about the price many of our family members paid for a dime bag or a lid. Many, because of what it led to, ain't even here anymore. We talked about how our people were brought here to grow wealth for others, and it was time for the soil to grow some wealth for us. I grubbed as I played all of this over in my head, maybe an hour, and my belly was full as well as my heart. And just then, I opened Final Draft and the door flung open and Dot entered. He was out of breath, stressed, and wild-eyed. Rose was at the hospital. Let's go, I said. And the next thing I know, we're in his car and we're off. When I brought the roasted garlic hummus, I had every intention of being high and stationary for at least the next 3, 4, 5 hours. Also, I'm a horrible, horrible car passenger. First-person shooter games, I can't play them. They make me queasy. And time and space are trippy. The trip to the hospital, luckily for Rose, was only 8.4 miles away in 22 minutes, according to MapQuest. Dorothy, AKA Baby Driver, screamed, "I can make it in 18!" Before my belly, those 18 minutes went by like Six Flags with no lines, man. It felt like the Japanese dude in Inception. It took for fucking ever. My stomach felt like a plastic bag filled with greasy, angry eels. We hit potholes, caught air off of speed bumps, drifted. My life flashed before my eyes. Paul Walker's life flashed before my eyes. Have you ever been sick in a speeding car and the car has that new car smell? Oh. From the car wash? Oh, no. I tried that old trick when you're feeling sick to clench your stomach muscles. Then I remembered I ain't got no fucking stomach muscles. Dot is like, "You okay? You okay? It won't be long now. I can't slow down. I can't let anybody down." I'm like, "Yo, I just need some water." He's like, "We're almost there. I'll get you some water when we're there." I'm saying, "What's wrong with Rose? You fall, a heart attack, a stroke?" "No, he had a colonoscopy." Like a colonoscopy? Man, slow this shit the fuck down, right? He's like, "I don't do late," right? So the thought of that water just helped me keep it together, right? All I'm thinking about is this nice, cool water and how it's going to settle my stomach. So we reach the hospital, and I jump out of the car, and I'm heading into the building. As I'm going in, here comes Rose. He's like, yo, man, what's going on? He has a bag full of stuff. He's like, yo, man, I'm not feeling well. I just need some water. I said, oh, man, I got you. I got water in the bag. Come on, let's go. So I'm like, all right, cool. So we get in the car, and I get in the front seat. Rose gets behind me. I hear this rattling around in the bag. I turn on the air conditioner. I put the air conditioner in my face. And then he goes, here you go. And do you know that this butthole chatty motherfucker handed me a quarter bottle of his warm-ass backwash? But at least we're driving, and the driving has gotten much easier, right? And I'm like chilled, right? And then there's more rattling, and then I hear crunching, and then I smell vinegar and jalapenos. And now I'm pissed. I am so pissed, and I just want to jump over the seat and just like shake him. And I just start laughing. And I'm laughing my ass off. Have you ever laughed so intensely that your dick starts getting hard? Not me, but it's a great thought. I'm old, right? But I'm happy. Right? I'm really happy, and I'm laughing so hard, and my belly is convulsing so much that that the nausea clears, and I'm good. I'm really good. You see, before the job interview, I was in a really, really, really dark place. Financially, emotionally. And I found out that I had to buy a nearly $1,000 plane ticket to take my son to Kentucky. And that triggered an argument with the mother of my kids that created a big verbal argument that was just ugly. And so I'm driving around LA in my car at night, just figuring out who can I call, where can I go, who do I want to serve. And then I remember I have these keys in my pocket to this writer's office. And I go to the writer's office to sleep. And I have a nightmarish dream where I'm following my grandfather through a house, and I'm begging him to forgive me for not being the man that he was. So around 1 o'clock, 2 o'clock in the morning, the doors open up. The cleaning lady sees a big black man laying on the floor. She screams, and I'm screaming. And then about 3 o'clock in the morning, I'm on the phone with the ex having an argument about whether or not suicide does or doesn't make you an asshole automatically. So there was a night of despair, nightmares, more despair, meetings, hope, weed, Trader Joe's, hummus, colonoscopy, shitty roads, nausea, backwatch, potato chips equals comedy. I get it. So ignore the dark shit, because I'm still here and so are my friends.
Yeah.
Thank you all.